for the morning steam. It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
Yeah, and a pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show, a special edition here, early edition on Saturday, July 25th here, and we've got some great programming for you coming up here in just a short while. We've got UFC action live here, companion stream coverage on the new Sports Money Network here at 9 Eastern. So probably a little bit before we'll be off the air. Let the guys come on and get warmed up for the action. I won't be with them here today, so if you want to get my picks, I'm going to let you know what to do here in just a moment. It used to be you could just watch the show and I'd be on with the guys, but that's not how it works around here anymore. So stay tuned. I'm going to let you know how you can get my plays here for the action here on Saturday. So thanks for joining me here on the show. We're going to preview Major League Baseball here with a full slate of games here coming up on Saturday. One somewhat early afternoon game, and then most of it's kind of late afternoon and early evening. The UFC will probably be just about over when the full slate gets underway. We got one game at 1 Eastern and then the rest of the card to discuss. It's also here, WNBA All-Star Night. We could see yesterday the three-point shooting contest and the shooting stars there yesterday with the fun in Chicago with the Z-Fud winning the WNBA three-point shooting contest, and then the Team Mystics, Team Washington, Austin Deladon, and Gigi Banks. Man, what an exciting young high school star. We saw her kind of wow the crowd there a little bit last night. But we don't want to bury the lead. The big story here on Saturday was the news yesterday about LeBron James joining up with the Philadelphia 76ers here for that whopping price. I mean, I would have played for $4 million, but that's what LeBron's going to sign for 2 years at $8 million because he's taking a little discount here. LeBron will not be joining him, by the way, is what the word is later. He joins up with Philadelphia. You know, 76ers president of basketball operations, Mike Gansey, was a teammate of LeBron's in high school. Gansey finished second in voting for Ohio's Mr. Basketball. The winner was LeBron James. They were teammates in high school and were the top two players in Ohio 25 years ago. So kind of an interesting twist on it there. But now you've got Joel Embiid, Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey, BJ Edgecombe, Dean Wade, Anthony Simons, and you got LeBaron and you got LeBron, right? And they make the same amount of money. LeBaron Fallon and LeBron James kind of make the same money. So, you know, some kids in college will be making more money than LeBron next year, actually. So, you know, that was big news yesterday, of course, and just see how it unfolds. Some people say maybe he won't end up playing the whole season. Maybe he can join the team kind of late since he's not getting much money to play. And you know, Philadelphia, they think that they have a difference maker in LeBron. They, you know, we're already loading up here for the season here with their talent and their trades and their maneuvers, and you know, the
final
basically in the, you know, you cleaning house, you know, they revamp things in the front office there a little bit, and it kind of made them a situation where they can get a player like LeBron come on in and take a big discount. But you know, they kind of made things a little bit different here with their moves in the front office over the offseason as well. So we'll see how it works out there with um, Philadelphia in there. So should be pretty fun and pretty exciting now for the Sixers. So thanks for joining me here on the show. We're going to recap the games here just a little bit. We really got to get into it so we can get the show off and be off the air in time for the guys to come on in here on a Saturday for that UFC coverage. But do want to take a look here at some of the games from last night, some of the winners that we had here. Don't forget, though, by the way, today's main event is light heavyweights between Ankalaev and Guskov. They're in Abu Dhabi today. So, okay. Recap some of the action here. We had some surprise wins yesterday, or some surprise winners anyway. I didn't have Colorado, but they were able to beat Milwaukee in a bit of an upset there. Yeah, what was up with the different hat day? All the teams were wearing their different hats yesterday. The third party hats or something like that, it felt like. Cubs over the Pirates 3-2. Yesterday, morning steam winner here. We had the under in that one as the Cubs were able to knock off the Buccos. Also, Detroit did get a win there yesterday. We had the under in that one as Detroit beat Kansas City with Skubal, and they did get the win 2-1. Didn't cover the run line. That's okay. We had the under here on the show. Yankees flanked the Phillies 1-0. We had the Yankees yesterday here on the morning steam show as they made a late switch to go to Schlittler, and it paid off. And they shut out the Phillies 1-0 in a good pitcher's duel between Schlittler and Luzardo. Arizona was able to win yesterday as well over Washington there, 3-2 on the road with Eduardo on the mound. Also Atlanta over Baltimore 7-6 as we had the under in that one, but Atlanta did hold off Baltimore. They kind of came back there at the end. Baltimore had a late home run to pull within one in the bottom of the 10th inning, actually. And Atlanta did get the win. Tampa Bay winner there over Cleveland. They pounded them really 11-3 in that game. Padres win on the road 4-2. We had them here on the show yesterday. I said take the Padres. Couldn't believe the Marlins were favored there in that game. It was Marlins 2-1 there for a while, but the Padres ended up winning 4-2. Also, Dodgers got the win over the Mets. So we had the Dodgers over on my Cover the Spread show. You can get that over on when you follow me over at winnable.com. I'll tell you about that in just a moment. Also, it was Boston, one-game winning streak for the Red Sox. They were able to beat Toronto there 6-4 to fire things back up. Red Sox back at it. Houston did beat the White Sox yesterday 9-5. Houston trailed 5-0 when they scored 8 runs in the 6th inning to flip the script and turn the tide. Altuve and Pena both had 3 hits in that one. Houston just 2 games out of first, despite being 3 games under 500 there. Also, Texas able to beat Seattle 5-4 at home. Texas there with Gore beating Miller in the end anyway. We had a push with our first 5 in that one. A's win as well over the Twins. Shut out the Twins behind Lopez there yesterday. 2-0 also was Cincinnati getting the win. And over the Cardinals 4-2 yesterday. And finally it was Giants defeating the Angels 8-6. All right, let's see. Lopez was good in that Twins game, by the way. 5 scoreless innings in that one. The A's have won 5 in a row, and the A's should keep wearing those 1970s caps until they lose a game. They had the goopy hats too. The Angels had theirs with the halo on it. The Padres wore their blue. Oh man, I'm right in my nap time here, but I'm ready to go. and talk about today's action here in the major leagues. So I want to say hello to the folks that have made it here with me early this morning. I'm up and ready to go. And Nick Andy as well is joining us, and so is Razor, ready to go with today's programming. We've got a great day of racing ahead with the guys as well. With our coverage here on the channel, be kind of subsequent time with the UFC here today. All right, let's see here. Nasty Nate says the Red Sox did smash yesterday to get it done. I don't know about that. I mean, it's 6-4. I guess that is kind of a smasher these days, anyway. And they got the win. All right. Let's see. Let's get moving here and get the show started because we've really got just about an hour here I think we can get it done. Anyway, here we go. Let's preview. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me take care of business here, by the way. So if you want to get my picks for the UFC card, this is how you're going to do it. Used to be, like I said, you could just watch the show and follow along, but go to winnable.com/Ramon and pick up my plays over there for today's. I have 6 fights on my card over at winnable.com. Check it out over there and become a subscriber for just 38 cents a day when you use the promo code STEAM at checkout to save 20% off the premium pick packages here. And we will be having other picks as well, but my UFC picks are ready, up and available right now if you want to get some additional picks here for the card coming up. If you got your card ready, no problem, but if you do want some friendly advice, just head on over to winnable.com/Ramon and use the promo code STEAM. If you comment, someone will win at the end of the show. Free 1-month subscription to those plays. You can check it out. Did have some good winners yesterday, I thought, here. With my plays over at winnable.com. Man, I'm actually in action right now, but Quentin Hallis, I have Bublik here, but Hallis does win the first set. He's had a good week here. But we had the Diamondbacks yesterday. We also had the winner in the CFL, as I said, go over 60 and a half. And had some other tennis winners in there as well yesterday, but also you can pick up my Cover the Spread video over there every day as well. So more plays, more fun with me here. Hello to Blake there, and 70 saw Razor doesn't want to say Razor giving Nate the business there a little bit. All right, let's get moving here right now and get started. So please consider going over to winnable.com. That's how you support me here on the Sports Money Network. All right, let's get to it here right now and start with the Royals on the road, and they're taking on the Tigers. Here in this one, Michael Wacha goes for the Royals and Casey Mize for the Tigers here. Mize, really, his numbers are off the charts. Here, Wacha's been solid, although has been a little bit more hittable of late. Has almost a 6 ERA in his last 3 starts with a 2.66 batting average against and a 14 FIP. That said, he's coming off his best game actually in a little while here. 1 earned run and 3 hits against the Giants in 6 innings. Tigers' offense has been a little bit better of late against right-handed pitching here. So they're averaging 2.4 earned runs per game in their last 10 starts against right-handed starters. The only rough game was the one the other night against Randy Dobnak, who looked good. They were held scoreless in that one. Wacha is actually a little bit worse versus left-handed hitters. So the Tigers and that lefty power, Detroit has won 3 in a row here right now, and Mize has looked really strong. 2.79 ERA with a 25% K rate, although he is a little bit he's had some injuries here. Had the ball hit him off the wrist last game. There's also a groin injury, but he is coming in with 6 days rest here into this one. So he's already dealt with a couple of injuries here so far this season, and like I said, did leave his last start. But the Royals offense, they've been a little bit more consistent of late. They had that little bit of a win streak before they did lose the first two here, this is a 4-game series. So both wins so far, the Tigers have won by 1 run, but the Royals did cover the run line, and that's kind of what they could do here in this one. I think, they might be okay here. The price is a little bit high, even though Mize has been good and the Tigers are supposedly much better than the Royals. But Tigers are 4 games under 500, but riding a 3-game winning streak coming into this one. So let's see what you have though in this one. Go to the chat and see what you have with the Tigers here and the Royals on Saturday. This one's at 1:10 Eastern, 10:10 Pacific time. The Royals have lost 7 of their last 9 to the Tigers overall, and the Tigers have won 4 of 5 and 5 straight games at home against the Royals right now. Detroit's gone under in 8 of their last 10, and 9 of the last 11 meetings between the two teams have gone under. I think I better just go under here in this one with the Tigers and the Royals here to get things started on Saturday. All right, let's see what we got here. And Nasty Nate says LeBron was going to help with Joel Embiid in there. I think is what he's. I think that's what he's saying. All right, let's keep it moving here right now. The next game up. Now we're moving to a little bit later action already. On Saturday here. This is now at 4:10 Eastern, 4:05 Eastern, and 1:05 Pacific time with the Diamondbacks are taking on the Nats. Here in this one, Foster Griffin goes for the Nationals against Bratt, Mike Bratt here for the Giants here in this one. Mitch Bratt, I should say. Bratt, 5.06 ERA, 1.78 whip. Arizona's won 4 straight right now. Washington's lost 2 of 3. Still, Foster Griffin has been incredible. 11-2 record so far for Griffin this season. Between him and Sonny Gray, man, these guys don't lose very often. Griffin going to be a favorite here. It's up to $1.45. Interestingly enough, man. Definitely a little bit on the move here in this one with these odds here, right? As far as what's going on, so a little bit of movement here today on these Nationals, and maybe it's understood, but I don't know. Arizona, like I said, has won 4 games in a row, and their offense has certainly been clicking here of late, right? I mean, no doubt. Been pretty hot right now, so we'll see what you think in this one. I want to hear from you in the chat and want to get your plays here in this game, but like I said, just seems like Arizona's playing well enough to be such a considerable underdog here. Really, yes, it has been pretty sharp here for Foster Griffin. Bratt, certainly inexperienced here. I'll give you that, but maybe we could see some runs from Washington off of Bratt. I mean, after all, like I said, these two offenses have been clicking. It's just that Griffin has really solid numbers with a 2.69 ERA coming into this game, and been one of the better pitchers around actually this season. So Bratt, lefty with just 3 games of major league experience and a 5 ERA, really doesn't have much to show for it so far. And now with Nationals offense come in here, one of the top lineups against left-handed pitching for sure. Now they did struggle yesterday, leaving the bases loaded there early, but still had 7 hits off of Eduardo. Probably see some offense at least here from the Nationals today. Griffin, though, has been really good, as we said. He's been excellent in his recent starts, too. Last 3 games, 1.42 ERA coming in. So now yesterday, 3-2 game was a little bit deceiving. Both teams did have 7 hits, and a ton of note. Neither team could really drive in any runs in the game. So Griffin here, like I said, real solid. Let's see what you got here in this one. Diamondbacks taking on the Nationals here on Saturday. Arizona's won 6 of their last 7 as well. They've won 6 straight on the road. 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams have gone under. 7 of the last 9 meetings between the two here in Washington have gone under. But again, these are two really hot offenses. Just have Griffin, who's been solid, and Bratt untested. So let's see what you think with these two. And call up the numbers here a little bit. I wanted to get this out here. So for Griffin here, the Nationals are 16-4 with Griffin on the mound this season, and that's pretty tough to buck when you think about it. 215 batting average against and a 248 BABIP. So let's see the chat here. We've got Blake. He likes the over in this one. Bobby Mack is here, and he likes the Nats here in the first 5 in this one. I think that's probably the way to go, and that's what I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to take the first 5 here with the Nats as well, just maybe to get away from this full game price. It's still pretty steep with Griffin here, but I can lay a little bit of a price here at, oh man, let me see. Oh man, they're minus 1.5 at, let me go to the first 5. I'm going to take the Nationals here at -0.5 at minus 125 in the first 5 here. That's what I'll do. I'll do it too. Give me the Nats in this one in the first 5. Okay, next up, the Halos are on the road here, taking on the Giants. Robbie Ray goes for the Giants here in this one. He's up here against Johnson of the Angels here, and not a great matchup here, but Rick Johnson here has a 6.1 ERA. Ryan Johnson, 6.1 ERA for Ray, 3.33 ERA, and an 8-6 record here for Robbie Ray. The Giants just snapped their losing streak with the win yesterday. Angels have lost 2 in a row. Remember, the Angels had a good series there, won 2 of 3 against St. Louis. They've lost 2 straight right now coming in. They're still 17-35 on the road here this season. So the Giants with this price might look a little bit inexpensive, actually, with Ray. They haven't been world beaters, that's for sure. They lost that series at Kansas City, but have returned home here for a little bit of a win. And I think the Giants should probably get to Johnson here. He's kind of an unproven commodity. Johnson has a 6.1 ERA this season. He's actually had some decent starts recently, 2 earned runs in 4 of his last 5 starts overall, and a 3.86 ERA in his last 3 games. But the Giants offense is pretty much a top 10 lineup against right-handed pitching this season, although they did look a little bit woeful in a few starts. Yesterday was fine, though. The Giants do rank dead last in the last week or so, averaging just 1.9 earned runs against starters in their last 10 against right-handers. Opposing right-handed pitchers have actually gone 6 or more innings in 5 straight games before yesterday's outburst. So Ray here, a 226 batting average against this season. Been pretty strong here actually of late. 3 straight shutout stints against the Braves and A's back in June, and then his last 3 starts, a 3 ERA. Even better at home, 2.44. So the Giants can probably take care of the Angels here in this one, but I'll see what you have. I just think more likely the offenses may come through again. The Angels may even get some runs again. It was 14 runs were scored yesterday. So I'm going to take the over in this one with the Angels and the Giants, but probably find my way somehow here to the Giants. The Angels have had some big games against left-handers recently, except for when they were shut out by Skubal, but they did get 5 runs or more against Liberatore and Mackenzie Gore, and then had 2+ earned runs in 5 other straight games before that. So they are a top 10 team in slugging versus left-handers. They've kind of had some home run power recently. So even though Ray's been good, if he gives up a couple walks, the Angels might be able to get some across as well. So I'll take the over here in this one. Blake's going with the Giants first 5, and so is Robert. When you see 2 guys back-to-back with the same pick, you might want to try that. could be the Giants' day here against the Angels. Next up, the Padres are on the road, and they're taking on the Marlins here. And Marlins are favored by $1.40 here. Oh, okay. The Marlins have lost 10 straight games, but I guess this is the one that they're going to win. They were also favored yesterday by like $1.30, $1.35, and they didn't win. So how are you going to trust a team that lost 10 straight games to be a favorite right now, no matter how much Sears really doesn't look like he has? He's actually been okay of late. Sears has been, okay. I'd say okay. He's not the most reliable guy out there, but recent form has been okay. 2.51 ERA and a .91 whip in his last 3 starts, and that was against the Braves, the Blue Jays, and the Dodgers. So those offense might be not as good versus left-handers, but again, Cease isn't that great either. The Marlins here, man, they're just going in the wrong direction. They've lost 10 straight. And if they lose this one, they're going to be under 500 all of a sudden. And the offense has been pretty crummy against left-handers here, recording just 1 earned run against starters in less in 3 of their last 4 against left-handers. The offense really isn't showing anything. I think it's a good matchup here for Sears, actually. Yuri Perez has been strong for sure. The team around him isn't giving him very much run support. Does have a 3.53 ERA last 3 games, 0.95 ERA, and a .74 whip for Yuri. So, I don't know. The pitchers look like a good situation for these guys here right now, but I don't think I can pass on the Padres at this price. They're trying to get it together. They won yesterday's game, somewhat handily, I thought there. They trailed 2-1 and kind of just put it together, got some runs and won 4-2. So, Perez is pretty decent, but the Padres offense has been a little bit more solid of late, even though they've been facing weaker guys like Elder and Lugo and, well, I don't want to say Gausman, but those guys did go 6 innings against the Padres. Marlins, though, have had some bullpen problems as well of late, but both pens are still probably, inside the top 10. It's just that they haven't been as good here over the last few games right now. Actually been shaken up a little bit. So, all right, I got to take the Padres plus money here. Maybe the Marlins will get this one, but I'm not going to try it at that price. Want to lay it here with that? All right. And here we go. It's Robert with the under and Blake with the Padres. My guys here helping me out with the picks on the show. And next up, we've got the Blue Jays taking on the Red Sox. And what a pitching matchup this is, huh? With Dylan Cease going up against Sonny Gray. Wow. Sonny Gray, he's 25-1 this season. He's not, but he is 12-1 this season with a 2.47 ERA. Man, we need Sonny Gray up against Foster Griffin. That'd be 11-2 against 12-1. For Gray here, 1.12 whip, 229. Batting average against the Red Sox are 14-4 with Sonny Gray on the mound. But got Dylan Cease here, 2.64 ERA and a 6-5 record, 1.14 whip for Cease. Now Toronto has been doing pretty much the opposite of the Red Sox. The Red Sox, as hot as they've been, yes, 1-game winning streak. They've still won 16 of their last 17, coming in 7 of their last 8 at home. Toronto's actually won 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams overall, but Toronto's lost 5 of 6 coming in. I'm going to take the under in this game with Cease and Gray. I mean, I've got to think that these guys will still be themselves here and have a pretty good outing. For the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone under when playing in Boston, and 6 of the last 8 meetings overall between the two teams have gone under. Toronto has gone over in 6 of their last 7 games on the road, but Cease continues to look real strong, real consistent here with those numbers. He did have 2 straight shutout stints. He did give up 3 earned runs in his most recent game against the Rays, but the Rays were pretty tough offensively. He still struck out 7 in 6 innings with just 1 walk. The Red Sox offense has looked great. Of course, here during that big streak that they were on, Savage, though, did strike out 9 yesterday, but the Red Sox still had a couple of home runs off of him. So the offense has been successful against right-handed starters during this streak here for Boston, where they weren't having as much success early on. But still, starters have been running pretty deep against Boston. 4 straight had gone 6 or more innings until Savage was short of that number yesterday. Cease's stuff is still pretty strong here. Gray's been unbelievably good as well. 1.5 ERA his last 3 starts for Gray, and did have, like I said, a good performance there against the Rays. So Blue Jays offense has been miserable. They're pretty much last or next to last in a lot of key metrics here, and that's been their problem overall. So we'll see. This is a tough game no matter how you look at it, but they can stay in there with Cease and maybe make it a low-score, tight game as long as these guys are their usual selves. So I'll take the under in this one. And let's see here. Robert's on the Jays. Blake's on the Red Sox first 5. And hello to AOD. Here's here today. We're on the morning steam show here on the new Sports Money Network. Thank you to AOD. All right, next. Oh, we got one. Do we get one more? No. Okay, here we go. Next up. Got a great one here with the Yankees taking on the Phillies in this one with Ryan Weathers going, I believe, here for the Yankees. This was going to be Schlittler's spot, but they ended up starting him in there yesterday and did the job. So I think Weathers goes here now. Weathers 3-7 with a 4.4 ERA. Yankees are 9-10 with Weathers on the mound. Going up here against, I believe this is going to be, now this is not Brad Keller, not Mitch Keller. Everybody get your Kellers ready. There's more Kellers, and this is Brian Keller making his major league debut now. He is not a 25-year-old up-and-coming star. He is a 32-year-old who's never pitched in the major leagues despite having the last name of Keller. Funny enough, he was drafted by the Yankees back in 2016, and now he faces them in the first start of his career. Some possibility, though, that the Phillies do end up with an opener in this game. We've seen a guy like Alan Rangel in there, who was, I think, originally scheduled here, but he is 0-3 in his starts and just has 6 appearances. So I think Keller is the guy here that is making the start in this one for the Phils. He's been good in the minors this year. 2.06 ERA, 5 or more strikeouts in his last 5 starts. Yes, there's going to be some uncertainty here going with him here against the Yankees in this one, especially when you're going up against Weathers here. Not a dominant pitcher by any stretch. It's been solid, but giving up some runs here lately. Weathers has a 4.4 ERA, but last 3 starts he has a 6.43 ERA coming in. So I'm taking the over with these 2 pitchers right now, untested here. We'll see. Maybe this man, Keller here, who's been toiling in the minor leagues for 10 years. 10 years. And then we see, fans always give these guys standing ovations when they show up. I don't want the Phillies to be booing this poor man who was drafted by the Yankees after all. So Yankees offense hasn't been that impressive lately. In fact, the last week or so, they're probably in the bottom 5 in a lot of key categories here. But maybe they get a little bit of a break here going up against a guy who's never pitched in the major leagues. They've been striking out pretty much as well. Did look good against Braxton Ashcraft, but other than that, they've looked pretty bad here this past week or so. We'll see what happens in this one. Interesting situation here. with this first-time starter. Blake's going to take him, though, and so is Robert in this one. Okay, wow. Yeah, look, the numbers are good in the minor leagues. Phillies have lost 3 in a row. The Yankees are still playing pretty sharp here of late. The numbers would say the Yankees are actually pretty darn good here of late. They've won 5 straight on the road, 9 of the last 12 against Philly. And also here, Yankees 4-1 straight up in their last 5, and the Phillies have lost 4 of their last 5. Yankees have gone under in 8 of their last 10. Phillies have gone under in 7 of their last 9, but I don't know if that's going to happen today with the starters in this game. Next up, the Guardians here are on the road, taking on the Rays. Tanner Bybee goes here for Cleveland, 3.86 ERA, a 4-9 record here for Bybee. Nick Martinez, he's almost in the category of Sonny Gray and Foster Griffin. He's 9-2 with a 2.58 ERA coming into this one for Martinez here. 1.12 whip. The Rays are 15-4 with Martinez on the mound. Meanwhile, the Guardians with Bybee, they're 7-14. Practically the opposite. That's a pretty big discrepancy. That's like 29-11 if you add up the wins and the losses with one another here. In Tampa's only $1.30, but Bybee 1.15 whip, 231 batting average against, a 248 BABIP. So Bybee's still got some decent numbers coming into the season here. He's kept his batting average against pretty low all season as well at as I said, 231. So we'll see. It hasn't been quite as good of late. 4.86 in his last few starts. The Rays faced Bybee back in April, way back at the start of the season. Just 1 earned run and 6 strikeouts for Bybee in 5 innings. But man, the Rays have been so good. The Rays here are in the top 5 offenses against right-handed pitchers all season long, and last week or so, probably even better than that. And they've faced some pretty good pitchers and had a good run here again this week. The Rays are getting it back together. They don't strike out very often at all, and we'll see if Bybee can really hang here. I imagine he'll pitch okay and keep him down, but as the innings go along, the Rays just wear you down a little bit. The Guardians lineup has looked better of late. They're probably at least in the top half here, or top third anyway, in the last week or so. Bradley did shut them down recently, but they look good against Ober, and they look good against Joe Ryan as well. Now, Martinez does give up some home runs, but as long as he keeps the guys off base, it might not be an issue. Home runs have been the issue for him, and the Guardians do have a little bit of power versus right-handed starters, but Martinez has been so solid. So we'll see. I don't know if Bybee's going to stop the Rays, but total is pretty low here. I'm going to go under in the first 5 with the Guardians and the Rays here. This is almost when nap time's up. Actually, get ready for the regular show. All right, but I'm going to be up. I'm going to be up watching the guys for sure. I'll be watching you guys with the UFC today, so make sure you're joining them here in just about 45 minutes for the UFC action from Abu Dhabi. All right, let's see the picks in the chat in this one. I'm trying to keep my eyes open here. Blake is on the Rays first 5, and Bobby Mack likes the Rays as well. I think I probably agree with that, but we got to have some premiums in there, so give me the under in the first 5. Next up, we've got the Cubs here on the road taking on the Pirates with Shota Imanaga going up against Paul Skeens. Seems like a pretty good matchup. Imanaga, 3.9 ERA and a 6-8 record coming in here. Meanwhile, for Skeens, 3.43 ERA and a 9-8 record for Skeens. 1.04 whip, 221 batting average against, and a 295 BABIP. Imanaga, just a 259 BABIP, 1.11 whip coming in. The Cubs are just 9-11 with Imanaga on the mound, but the Pirates are 9-12 with Paul Skeens. They're actually 14-7 to the over when Skeens pitches this season. He hasn't been dominant here, but I don't know. This feels like maybe a better situation, even though the Cubs certainly are very good offensively. Not going to argue that. Imanaga's been solid here with good numbers in his last start, 7 scoreless innings and 4 strikeouts. The Pirates haven't been knocking the ball out of the park. They were shut out against the Yankees, of course, in that away game there back on a couple of days ago before they came back and lost to Chicago last night. In that one, 3-2, the Cubs got the win. Pirates actually covered the run line in that game. Skeens, though, a 104 whip. For Skeens, yeah, maybe you think that these are susceptible numbers as far as he's concerned, but I don't know. Just give him a fresh start every game, and it feels like he could just deal, at least be pretty strong here. Gotta like the Pirates a little bit in this one, but Cubs have been a top 10 offense for most of the season, and usually a tough lineup for any pitcher. But man, when you got Skeens here, we'll feel like he'll be a lot better at home. I'm going to go under in this one with the Cubs and the Pirates here on Saturday. Yeah, like I said, maybe Skeens has gone over in twice as many games as he's gone under in this one, but they do struggle against a change up there, and Skeens has one of the best ones around. So I'll try the under here with these two. Let's see what the chat says here. Robert's on the Cubs, and so is Blake. They say, let's go against Skeens again here. The Braves on the road taking on the Orioles. Bryce Elder, 4.05 ERA, a 6-6 record coming in. Brandon Young, 3.25 ERA and an 8-2 record. A lot of impressive pitching records here starting to evolve. For Young, 1.31 whip coming in, 251 batting average against a 290 BABIP. The Braves are 11-8 with Elder on the mound, but the Orioles are 13-3 with Young on the mound this season. Now, Braves did find a way to get it done yesterday, 7-6. They've won 3 in a row. The Orioles have lost 3 of their last 4 actually coming in. They've lost that series to Boston. Although they did grab a game, Boston's been hot. But lost yesterday, even though they almost came back. They're at home here. I mean, Young, they find a way to get it done with Young. And, Braves did have some struggles there. Maybe they're starting to put it back together here a little bit. They're still 29-22 on the road overall. And the Atlanta here just 2-5 in their last 7 against Baltimore. Baltimore's won 8 of their last 11, including 4 of their last 5 games at home. Braves have gone under in 7 of their last 10 on the road. Baltimore's gone under in 8 of their last 11 overall, although the Braves have gone over in 6 of their last 7 with those games at home here. Braves have the better offense, certainly, than the Orioles, but, Orioles are patient at the plate. The Braves, not so much. So I kind of want to take the Orioles here in this one to win, and I'm going to try it again. I lost yesterday with them. I'm going to try them again here. They maybe have a little bit better setup here today than they did in yesterday's game, right, when they had Rodgers against Holmes. That was a pretty even matchup, I thought. Let's see what the chat says, though. Blake's on the Orioles, so is Robert. So, okay, let's do it. Let's take the Orioles. Guys said Orioles are fine. I'll go with them as well. Let's move on. Next up, we got to keep it working here because we got to get to the UFC show. We're just about a half hour away from the guys. Okay, Rockies are taking on the Brewers here. Ryan Feltner. Well, maybe he is a little bit better on the road than at home. I don't know if he is, but 5.48 ERA. I know if he is, but 5.48 ERA, 3-4 record coming in. Robert Gasser, 4.9 ERA, 2-4 record for Gasser, but 10 starts. The Brewers are 5-5 with Gasser. Feltner, 5.48 ERA, 254 batting average against. These guys are probably a little bit better than these 5 ERAs here, but man, the Rockies got the win there yesterday, and it didn't feel like Brewers were very interested. They looked disinterested, actually. They're going to have to wake up here today. They haven't looked that great in the Mets series. They did win 2 of 3, but the offense kind of been staggered here a little bit of late. Meanwhile, the inconsistent Rockies did have a losing series there against Washington coming in, but they did score 8 runs in the middle game between the two. Still, the Rockies are 18-34 on the road, and Milwaukee, what could you say? They're still 34-20 at home here, but maybe the Rockies are ready to play a good one here, and they keep hanging in here. Let's see what you think in this one. The Colorado Rockies are 23-29 to the under on the road, and Milwaukee is 23-31 to the under at home, and 33-41 to the under as a favorite here. Colorado's gone under in 7 of their last 10, including 6 of their last 7 on the road. Milwaukee's gone under in 9 of their last 12 at home and 4 of their last 5 overall. 12 of the last 16 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Yes, Colorado has a top 5 or 6 offense for sure, but on the road they're not as good. We know the Brewers are still well inside the top 10 offensively, even though they are now dead last in home runs. I think this is a recipe for an under here in this one with the Rockies and the Brewers today. I'll take the under. Jim's going over, however, and Blake will take the Rockies on the run line. Got to keep it moving here. Next up, the Astros are on the road taking on the White Sox. For the Astros, Hunter Brown goes in this one. He's up against Burke here. Let me fix that. Not Burks. Ellis Burks? Remember who remembers Nasty Nate? Are you out there? Ellis Burks. Astros taking on the White Sox here. The Astros come in here with Brown, 4.05 ERA, 1-1 record coming in for Burke, 3.2 earned run average, 7-4 record. The Astros have won 4 straight, and you got it right now. This is a hot moment here for the teams in the American League West. Also key, though, for the White Sox, the Central Division, too, is red hot here as far as, I don't want to say in quality, but all these races are pretty good right now in the American League. White Sox have lost 2 of 3 coming in, but Burke has a 3.2 ERA and a 1.13 whip, 225 batting average against. For Brown, it's just his 9th start of the season. He's 1-1, so we're not quite getting the Hunter Brown that maybe we were expecting, or hasn't gotten quite back into the right form just yet. Although he does have just a 208 batting average against here right now, so maybe that says something about it anyway. Since returning for injury, he hasn't looked that great. He's just walking too many guys. He's given up 2 or more earned runs in his last 5 starts with 2 walks in each of those games. The White Sox haven't been overwhelming here of late, but they've been better at home for sure, and they've really been good against right-handed pitching. Burke's been good, been solid, but just 6 earned runs in his last 7 games, really. He's looked very, very strong here right now. And I've got to take him here. Give me the White Sox in this one. I think they're going to get to Brown here, actually. I think I might like them to pummel here. They are still 27-21 to the over at home right now. And you got a team like the Astros coming in here. Yes, they've won 4 of their last 5. The White Sox have won 30 of their last 20 at home, 7 of their last 10 overall. 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone over, including 4 of the last 5 here at home for the White Sox over the Astros. And Houston's gone over in 5 straight on the road, although they've gone under in 5 of their last 7 overall. So give me the White Sox though in this one. I'm taking the Sox to get back. Yeah, Houston did get the win yesterday on them here by the score of 9-5. It's a third straight win for Houston over the White Sox, but I'll take the Sox here. All right, and Gerardo's here. He's got his UFC picks in the Discord. If I can find the Discord, Gerardo, I'll check him out. I think I've been there a few times. Robert's on the over here. Got to promote that Discord. Where's it at? Blake here says lean to the White Sox. Thank you, Gerardo, by the way. Okay, Athletics here and Twins. Well, I don't know if we got the best pitching matchup here with this one. You've got Mason Barnett, 4.64 ERA, 1.36 whip coming in for Barnett. He is 1-0 on the season. A's got the win yesterday, 2-0. Connor Pralip, I believe, is going to be going here for the Twins. They're $1.65. What? Okay, Twins 3 games under 500. The A's are now 15 games under 500. But man, I don't know about Pralip being here $1. Is this line even correct here? Is Joe Ryan pitching or something? Pralip's got good stuff. He's given up some hard contact. He's given up some homers. He's given up at least 2 or more earned runs in 8 straight starts, and he really hasn't looked that good here in his starts, and I'm surprised he's even getting a start here. Barnett's been mostly a reliever. He's got okay stuff, but he gets hit hard a little bit. He only goes about 4 innings, so I don't think he'll even go more than that. He's actually given up 9 earned runs in his last 4 innings, so if he does that, he's going to be out of there. The Twins haven't been great recently. We know that. They got shut out yesterday, but maybe they're going to be better at home. Barnett, certainly unproven, so maybe the Twins offense can get it going here in this one. That is a high total, though. That's a total they usually have in Oakland, so I don't trust that at all. Oakland is 20-32 to the under on the road. Minnesota's gone under in 7 of their last 10. Now, the A's offense has been a little bit better of late, but on the road, they're just not as great. They have looked solid against left-handed starters, but Pralip's been hittable, that's for sure. But that price, man, that just seems kind of high. And maybe it is going to be a lot of runs, but this is what the total is when they're playing in West Sacramento. Did I say Oakland earlier? I don't know if I did. Quentin Halley's trying to wrap it up here. All right. Barnett can strike some guys out, that's for sure. Let's see. The chat we have Blake's going under. I'm going to go under too, Blake. Give me the under. I'm going to go with Blake in this one at 10.5. Yeah, the Twins have a pretty good offense, but they haven't been as strong of late. They're probably, for all we talked about them, they're probably not even inside the top 10 anymore right now, and we know the A's aren't either. So let me just take the under here in this one. All right, we're just a half hour away from UFC Abu Dhabi here, and let's go to the Dodgers taking on the Mets. You've got Yamamoto going here for the Dodgers. Favored $1.65 on the road. Okay, I get it here. The Mets do suck, but we're getting into dangerous territory. Dodgers did get the win yesterday for their 3rd straight win. Was 4-2. They did cover that run line. Dodgers are 35-19 on the road. The Mets are 11-30 as an underdog this season. They're also 20-30 on the run line at home. 18-23 as a run line underdog here. But you do have McClain going, a pretty decent arm, as bad as these Mets have been. Now Soto does have an injury designation here, and just given the price action here, the fact that the Dodgers are up to 75. I would say that Soto, in fact, he is out. He has been ruled out of today's game here. So, not great news here, and that's probably why the line is as high as it is. But, still, the Dodgers they've dominated the Mets here of late. I'm trying to find a way to get to the Mets here, actually, but the Dodgers have been dominating the Mets here. 5 straight wins over them. Dodgers have won 12 of their last 16 on the road. The Mets have lost 7 of 10, including 4 of their last 5 at home. 7 of the last 10 meetings have gone under, and the Mets have gone under here in 8 of their last 9. Probably not going to be a lot of runs in this game, so maybe it will be 2-1. Look, even though the Dodgers got it there yesterday 4-2, they did cover the run line here. And yeah, I mean, I can't make any excuse. I'm tired of making excuses for the Mets. We've gone against them quite a bit here, but I'll try the Mets here on the run line at +1.5 in this one at minus $1.20 to try to stay in there with McLean. Maybe first 5 is the way to go, but I think I already stuck my foot in my mouth there. But they are +0.5 at minus $1.25 in the first 5. That might be a little bit more attractive here. Let's see what the chat says in this one. It's going to be Roberts on the under, and so is Blake in this one. Both liking the under. I can't disagree with that. That's got to be, I think, under early. Roberts, they were supposed to win 90 games here, these Mets, right? Now you got Soto here again, injured. In fact, right now, guys, you heard it in the background. That's this game. The steam is coming in right this second on the under here. We're going to 7.5 under pretty much across the board, probably because Robert and Blake just said go under. You can look at it. Trust me. I mean, I wish I could just turn the computer here and show the. How can I do it? How can I? This computer is a little bit too big to show on the screen. So what? How can I prove that the Mets? Well, because you just heard it. Oh, I know what I hear. How about this? I'll just go boop, and I'll go boop, and I'll take a little picture of it. Dodgers Mets under, and there we go. Dodgers Mets under. Boom. There we go. Right now, the move is on. Dodgers and Mets under here. I'll just delete it, but just to let you see it. Okay. So right now, that steam has just come in on the under in this game. Maybe that's what we should have done. I've already took the Mets on the run line here, but maybe it will be 4-3. Maybe it will be 3-2. Something right in there today. I hope it is, because I'm going to take the New York Mets plus on the run line here.
Final.
All right. Looks like Bublik trying to stay alive here against Quentin Alley's, and I took Bublik today. So unless he can win this set and then win the third set, I'm not going to get a winner on this one. Reds and Cardinals here with this is it? No, we got a couple more here, but Reds come in here on a 3-game winning streak, and they have Green going in this one. And Hunter Green here, yes, a 6.06 ERA, but I'm willing to overlook that. He's 2-1 overall. Andre Palante, 4.01 ERA, 10-6 record, but with no Green here. Did take him a few starts, it felt like, to get loose, but right now he might be. Yes, he's given up 11 earned runs in his last 3 starts returning from injury, but the Ks are there. I think he is there right now. He's just really struggling to produce ground balls. He's got to get it down a little bit, but 38% K rate. The Cardinals' offense hasn't been great. In fact, they've been darn right bad here for a little bit. They're also not as great at home and not as great against right-handed pitching, and you got to figure that Green can come in and at least mow here, even if he does get touched a little bit. Palante, 9 earned runs in his last 2 starts coming in here. So I kind of like Green to come in and kind of roll here a little bit, but I think I'm going to go under in the first 5 in this one. The Reds have been solid offensively, but they're on the road where they're not quite as good. Give me the under in the first 5 here with the Reds and the Cardinals today in this one. Cardinals have been a little bit better here offensively, but Green maybe has found his stuff a little bit. Let's see what the chat says here. Blake is on the Reds, and Robert are on the Reds here as well in this one. Cincinnati's gone under in 13 of their last 20. St. Louis has gone under in 16 of their last 20, including 4 of their last 5, and 10 of the last 14 meetings between the two teams have gone under when playing in Cincinnati. Cincinnati's won 6 of their last 8 on the road and 4 of their last 5 overall, and the Cardinals have dropped 6 of their last 7 coming in just when it looked like they were getting it together. They're still over 500 here right now, but the Reds could come in here with green today and have a pretty good outing, it feels like. One more in the major leagues here. We've done a nice job here to get through this show in due time. The guys are going to be up here probably in just about 6 or 7 minutes, maybe 12 minutes or so. Give them till the 10-minute mark at the top of the hour here, maybe, and I'll just finish off the show. How about Tony Romo yesterday? Just call a driverless taxi or something. You can't get someone to drive you around. Romo, maybe CBS might be looking to get rid of him. They already been critical of his broadcast, right? Unprepared. Okay, Mariners here taking on the Rangers with Woo going up against Eovaldi here for Woo here in this one. This is the national TV late window here. Woo, 4.16 ERA, 7-6 record coming in. Nate Eovaldi, 4.2 ERA, 9-8 record coming into this one. So look, two solid pitchers, maybe not with their best numbers or best season here, but Woo, a little bit of a favorite for sure. Total 7.5 here in this one. I don't know. I feel like maybe there will be some runs with these two. Seattle has been struggling right now with a 3-game losing streak, including yesterday's 5-4 loss to Texas. For Seattle, they lost that series to Cincinnati as well. So Texas did lose the series at home to the White Sox. But, man, this Reds offense continues to be abysmal. They're a bottom 5 offense for sure. Texas is a little bit better. That's a given. Seattle comes in having lost 9 of their last 13, including 8 of their last 9 on the road. The Rangers actually have won 5 of their last 6 at home against Seattle. Rangers have gone over in 10 of their last 11 and 12 of their last 13. You got to think it's going to go over with these two right now, even at 7.5. Both guys have ERAs over 4. Yes, the bullpen for Seattle is a top 5 bullpen for sure. Texas are more towards the middle of the pack actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the over here in this one with Woo and Eovaldi. Mostly, you got Texas here just on a mad streak of overs that just can't seem to be stopped. Blake is on the Rangers, but Robert says go under here. And look, if these guys pitch up to their potential, it will be, a little bit better. But right now, the Rangers, for whatever reason, they're still on this mad rush of overs here. Okay, let me get out of here before the quarter of the hour, so the guys, if they want to come in here, can take over. I'll just look at these CFL games here real quick. Let's take a look here. You got the Argos. They are on the road here taking on the Lions. Now, the CFL is having a great season. This isn't one of the better games here. You got Toronto coming in at 2-4 coming in to this one. And the Lions here also having kind of a subpar season here for sure right now. Two teams that are not above 500. Let's just call it what it is right now. But Toronto on the road, maybe a little bit more solid here anyway. But it just feels like for BC, like this offense should be good to go. Yes, they're going to try Chase Bryce in here. He did come in last game, threw for 226 yards, but had 4 interceptions in this one. So it seems like a good matchup. Chad Kelly here for Toronto should be better, man. Really, I mean, It's a great matchup for BC, but I'm surprised that Toronto isn't a bigger favorite, actually. Let's go ahead and take Toronto in this one, -3.5. I mean, when you've got Kelly and you've got all these weapons here, Coxey, Common, Mital, Polk, Ungerer, these guys have done a good job. They should not be 2-4 here right now. I think they'll be 3-4. Watch out, BC. It could be another over here, even though Bryce, inexperienced, he's got to cut down the 4 interceptions. We know that Keon Hatcher's been solid this season for the Lions, but they really don't have enough weapons overall. McInnes in there, he could get a touchdown today. I think McInnes and Hatcher touchdowns maybe for BC, maybe Butler can get in the end zone, but other than that, you got to think this Toronto team. Let's go with Toronto. And then in the WNBA All-Star game here, I've got the over in this one at 278. Man, really? 278 here in the WNBA All-Star game? Yeah, I'm going to take it here. Go over here in this one tonight at 8 Eastern. Let me see if I got that time right. 8 Eastern and 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific time tonight for the action. Also, there's Major League Soccer tonight. I'll have a package probably coming out this evening, a full slate of action here in Major League Soccer. Let's see what we got here. Robert likes the over in the CFL game. I'll mark that down. I'll take Toronto. Robert takes the over. That probably works. And Woke his joke says 278 for the ladies. Yeah, well, hey, it's an all-star game. I think what you'll see is I believe there will be a WNBA. I don't know if I can find this prop. I think there will be a record for most three-pointers made in a WNBA all-star game. That's what I think is going to happen tonight. Stay tuned. Next, the guys are up here. I'll be watching. Hey, don't forget, go over to winnable.com if you want my UFC picks. Used to be able to watch them right on the show, but no longer. So make sure you go over to winnable.com/Ramon and check me out over there with my UFC picks. That's it. Guys are on the way. Here we go. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long. Enjoy the bites from Abu Dhabi here on the new Sports Money Network. Steam coming in right now over with the Angels and the Giants. We already gave you the over. Go over with the Angels and the Giants. And have a great time with the guys. I'll be right there watching you guys in the chat. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long from Las Vegas.
I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit